I traveled for 1 year with one backpack and one carry-on bag. But this is my personal style. How did I manage to pack everything yet still look stylish? Hi, I'm Nina and welcome to my very first YouTube video. I originally come from Slovakia, and when I was 20 years old, I decided to travel to Asia. Today, I'm gonna teach you how you can be a stylish backpacker. My tip number one, don't overpack. You don't need as much as you think you need, especially when you're traveling into a hot country. Clothes that you're gonna bring are very light and you don't need a lot of them, especially not from the beginning. And don't bring clothes that you are overly attached to. You're gonna definitely buy things. At least for me, clothes are my souvenirs from different places. I love to explore the local fashion, blend in with my fashion a little bit when I'm traveling. You have to keep a bit of room in your suitcase. My personal backpack was completely empty. I didn't have a single piece of clothing in this backpack. Probably 80% of the clothes that I brought to Asia, in the end, I either gifted them to someone or I had to throw them away. I took a lot of clothes that I wasn't overly attached to. Either clothes that I bought for really cheap, for like 30 cents in a thrift store, or I took old clothes that I knew that I was gonna have to get rid of at some point. They were already falling apart, and in this way I could wear them off. When they were still in good condition, I just gifted them to somebody. Tip number two. Your travel wardrobe should be a planned system. When you're gonna buy things in Asia, which I know that you are, buy clothes that are solid colors, are a solid foundation, or mainly your bottoms or your skirts or whatever will be plain colors, and your tops can be, I don't know, with flowers, with dots, with whatever, but it's really good if you make a distinction that it's just the bottoms that have some sort of pattern and your tops are plain colors, or vice versa. Every time you want to go and purchase something, ask yourself, can I pair this item with at least 5 other things that I already own? If the answer is no, you should probably not buy it. I had corsets with me. I had a lot of very elegant dresses I had to send back to Europe because I never used them. Tip number 3. I can't stress this enough, but scarves are so underrated. I never would have thought that scarves can be such a beautiful accessory to literally everything. By the end of my year-long travels, almost half of my suitcase were only scarves. And I'm gonna tell you why. Scarves are incredibly versatile. You can use them for your head as a covering, as a veil, use it as a top, you can use it to put it on your shoulders, as a beach cover-up, as a blanket on the buses, a little pillow when you're traveling, wrap it around your waist, make different beautiful styles with scarves around your head. So I love wearing hats, but in tropical climates, it can get a little too hot in a hat. So I swapped wearing hats for scarves. They take up a little space and they can enhance every outfit and make it look like it's something totally different, although it's still the same. At the beginning, you might want to learn how to work with them, but later on, it's gonna pay off. Tip number 4, you need to buy compression bags and packing cubes, especially the ones that are compressible. Even when you have something as light as a lot of scarves, it can build up with the volume. But when you take a compression bag and you press out all the air, it's literally so flat. When I would be somewhere in a hostel and I'd be like, oh, there are so many clothes everywhere, I would start putting it in my compression bags, and all of a sudden it was just beautifully compressed into one bag. The order of everything was perfect and it saved me so much space. Tip number 5, you should be packing an outfit, not just an item. When you're packing something, take, let's say, one skirt. Can you make at least 5 outfits out of this one skirt? I personally can recommend wearing dresses, because when you have a dress, pretty much your whole outfit game is sorted. On top, let's say you can put a scarf just to cover your shoulders. Beautiful addition that will make any dress look even better. Tip number 6. So you're gonna have to change the fabrics that you usually go for. A lot of things that I saw in Asia were made with this very heavy linen. It takes up a lot of space and it's very heavy. Instead, go and try to find alternatives, light fabrics like silk, cotton, the light linen. Look for natural fabrics because it's gonna save your skin and you're not gonna be sweating so much. Heavy things that I either had to at some point leave them behind because they were taking up so much space, so I could no longer carry them. Tip number 7. Maybe this one is obvious, but wear the bulkiest outfit on the travel day. If you know that there is a dress that takes up quite a lot of space, make it your travel day outfit. For example, I had this one dress that I was wearing every time I traveled somewhere. If I would have kept it in my luggage, it would just take up unnecessary amount of space. Sometimes underneath I would put a pair of flowy pants, and yes, every time I had to be wearing this hat because I took this hat with me, and it's such a big hat that it had to be on my head all the time when I was traveling because there was no way that I would fit this anywhere into my luggage. In terms of cosmetics, I can recommend you having as much solid cosmetic items as possible. I had a solid bar of shampoo, also of conditioner, body lotion, solid perfumes, amazing, and a solid shower gel. With these products, they're gonna last you sometimes even the whole year. Like, they're extremely sustainable. Number 8 is amazing. Accept that your style will evolve.
Goodbye!
But when will I see you again?
Oh, never! Never!
I had a very stubborn idea of how my style should look like as this Victorian lady. Well, what am I gonna do now in Asia? But the thing is, you have to make certain adjustments. Choose things that you can still rely on, because at some point my style started looking a little chaotic, especially when I came to India. I started looking like a hippie. I really loved the local style. I want to experience wearing it. Yes, it's not totally what I would be going for, but I still like it. Have fun with it. Like, do not be too stubborn about what your style should be like, and explore the local styles and the fashion there because it's so much fun. Don't pack for imaginary situations. So in Vietnam, I thrifted beautiful, very elegant vintage dresses, and I was like, I'm gonna wear this to some sort of event if somebody invites me somewhere. Literally imagining myself wearing this, being invited by someone somewhere. You don't need to make up stories in your mind just to make an excuse to buy something, because most probably it will never happen and you will never wear that item while you're traveling. Prioritize quality over quantity. And what does it mean is truly quality of something that you have while traveling is something that you can literally keep on wearing over and over and over again. Choose something that you feel so comfortable in, that's flattering, that's versatile, usually something that is a solid color. So many people, they had no idea, how do you have so many clothes yet you don't have that much luggage? And I was like, well, it's because I know how to pair things properly. In India, I bought these beautiful kimonos and I had 4. And basically underneath, you can be as simple as possible and buy something that's gonna bring the outfit together. I can definitely recommend having like vibrant cover-ups. This is gonna make every outfit look so put together. Although it's literally no rocket science, it just looks very impressive. I recommend you buying jewelry instead of clothes. When I had too much stuff to carry around, I was only buying jewelries because it would enhance every outfit and it doesn't take up a lot of space depending on the kind of jewelry you want, and it's a beautiful addition.
And the last thing I forgot to mention is shoes. Choose a really good brand. They don't have to be too pretty, but just make them last and make them not give you blisters, because you need practical shoes. You don't need to have beautiful shoes, you need to have practical shoes. I was only traveling with 2 pairs of shoes. One was more firm and the other were sandals, nothing else.
To summarize it all and the message of everything I want to convey, really be mindful of what you own. Ask yourself, is this worth carrying around for 1 year? When I left home to travel, I thought that I had everything settled for 1 year. But that was not really the case. My suitcase kept changing. Clothes left and new came in. In the end, my style started evolving, and by the end of the year, I happened to have a totally different suitcase in comparison to the one that I started with. Don't think of creating a perfect wardrobe. Create a first chapter. You can later on build up the rest of your story. Those were all my tips for traveling. I hope I see you in the next video. God bless you all. Bye!